Josh Sohold here with Gannett Ridge Hunting Equipment, and I want to talk to you a little bit today about the couple of new rests that are out from Ripcord arrow rests. These rests are called the Max Standard and the Max Micro Adjust. Really what Ripcord has done with these is they seem to have just taken some ideas that they've had on other rests that they've built in the past and really refined upon those concepts. And I think they came out with something that's pretty interesting. You know, if you're looking for a new rest to put on your bow, something to increase your consistency with your shot and take care of a few of those little headaches that you may be having with some other fall away rests that you may have operated in the past. A couple of detail points about these arrow rests. They are a full contain rest, and so essentially what that means is that when you load your arrow, you can bring these forks up and it'll fully contain the shaft of that arrow all the way through your shot and capture that arrow, so you're not having to steer that arrow with your finger or worry about it as you're coming to full draw. You're on the range just simply shooting leisurely or in an awkward position in a hunting situation. You can just count on the fact that that arrow is going to come back without having any slop or tinging off your riser or having to use your finger to steer that if it comes off to one side of the bow or the other. The Firefall design that is on both of these rests from them, this technology operates in a way that if you come to full draw, say if you come to full draw on an animal and you have to ease down, you can do that without having the forks fall. And that's a pretty big deal. If you've ever operated a fall away rest and had that scenario happen where you have to come to full draw, that animal moves behind cover or something changes and you need to ease back down slowly, trying to steer that arrow on your bow as it goes forward, it does open you up to a period where you could hit that arrow off your bow, have your arrow come on knocked and just out of alignment, and it's one more thing that you have to take care of during the hunt. These really take care of that by, they sort of have a centrifugal like force lock in it that holds up, so if you pull back, ease down, it won't drop. If you have to pull back again and fire, the rest will operate exactly right and fall away and do its job. The other thing that they developed with these rests specifically is the vault lock cord drive. And what this piece does is if you've ever served one of these cable-driven cables into your string and then had either the cable that operates the rest stretch or your cable stretch on your bow just from normal break-in, sometimes it'll slow the rest down and you need to untie the serving on your cable-driven cable and tighten it up a little bit and then reserve it back onto your cable. These guys take all of that work out by simply having this lock system where you can loosen this up after the rest is installed and simply pull just a little bit more cord through it, tighten it back down again, and you're ready to go. Saves you a trip possibly to the bow shop. And especially, if you're out in the field or on an extended trip and you start to figure out that your forks are operating a little slow, you can fix it in just a very, very easy, quick manner and get on with your bow shooting in tune again. They changed up their thumb cock last year with the Ace, but I shot one of these personally this last year and I really had a nice time with the new dip that they essentially put into the back of the fork so you can reach your thumb in between the arrow and the forks, cock that rest, and easily get your arrow engaged to be able to be shot. The double down brake that these have in them is for after the shot. Once those forks slam down and get out of the way, there's enough spring load on them and a brief lock on the tail end that you actually have that fork sit down and stay down, kind of without popping back up and catching your fletchings on the upswing. They operate off a ball bearing drive system, interior on the axle of the rest, and so they operate incredibly smooth and quiet and really very dependable in cold weather. That has been the biggest gain that we have found with these in relationship to some other options out there, is that if the weather gets incredibly cold, these have a tendency to run a heck of a lot better and a heck of a lot smoother in cold and wet conditions than some other ones out there. The change they made to their ultra slimline launcher, which they actually did in a previous model but is here again on their new Maxes. It's a lot thinner. I like it because it contains your arrow a whole lot more. There's a lot less slop of any arrow movement laterally when the arrow is cocked and ready to be shot. The other thing that it does is it creates more clearance for your arrow to go past, because those forks now sit inset from the tips of your vanes. And so the fletchings are able to actually travel, while this rest is quick enough and there's enough room here to have it be completely out of the way. If you're having some odd thing with your bow that's, maybe you have to have an incredibly high nock point or something like that to get your bow to shoot in tune, you can still shoot these rests and have that, essentially your vanes split over the top of those forks and still clear, rather than with the wider fork set possibly having the tip of that vane contact these forks and hamper your arrow flight as it comes off the bow. These rests are available in black, as you see here. They have one with black with red accents, and then a black one with pink accents. Sharp looking rests. They did a really nice job with fit and finish. They also don't have a whole lot of extra material on them, so it keeps them light and sleek as you mount them on their bow. If you'd like to grab one of these, we'd love to sell you one and ship it to you. You can do it a couple different ways. One is to just go on our website at GannettRidge.com. The other one is to give us a call here at the shop. Number's 970-493-4505. The other great way to keep in contact with us and see whatever product reviews we're doing next is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do all kinds of gear reviews and hunting tips and tactics, as well as just basic general backcountry mountain hunting information that we'd love to share with you through our channel. Follow us on Facebook and on Instagram, and again, think about us if you need one of these rests. Hope your shooting goes really well, and wish you the best of success in the field. Thanks for watching our film today, and we'll see you later.